What's going on, everybody? This is Phil, and today I have a special guitar for you. It's my 2022 Fender Custom Shop 1960 Journeyman Relic Strat. Now, I really liked this guitar when I picked it up at the store. I tried a lot of other guitars that they had, a lot of other Strats, and at the end of the day, the owner came up to me and said, "Hey, I got this one here. You may want to try it out. You may really like it. It's my favorite one in the store." So I was a little skeptical at first until I saw it. I saw the aged gold. I loved it. It had the rosewood fretboard. I love that. The old clay dot look to it. I mean, the neck is worn. A little bit of that worn maple with the rosewood top. Alder body. I mean, it has a Texas Special pickups in it. I mean, this thing feels really nice. Sounds nice. The neck was a little bit beefier, which I kind of liked. I mean, it's .825 at the first and .965 at the 12th. So it's a little bit thicker with the jumbo frets, but it's a little bit in between my 78 Gibson and my early 2000s Gibson. The early 2000s is a baseball bat. I mean, it's probably .9 at the first and an inch at the 12th. And then my other Gibson was a .825 up to about, I want to say 9.1, 9.2. So it's a little bit more of an even, not necessarily like the 60s neck I'm used to. So this kind of felt like an in-between. So it's just beefy enough that I can get my hands around it and really do some bends with this thing. And again, the only thing I changed on this thing, yes, was the tremolo. It had the vintage spacing on it, but it was falling off on the first and sixth pretty easily for me, and I didn't like that. So I did go to a narrow spacing Wilkinson. Please do not throttle me for that. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I really like it with this thing, and it feels really good in my hands. So I did a setup on it when I got it, and we can go over that in a different video too on how I set up that tremolo. But other than that, it is a great guitar. It feels really good. It sounds really good. It makes me feel like I'm Stevie Ray Vaughan, but just way worse. Now, when I think Strat, of course, I think of Jimi Hendrix. I think of Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eric Clapton, earlier Mayer. You name it. There's a lot of people that use these guitars that have for years, and they love that signature sound. And for me, I always liked the humbucker sound. Of course, until recent years, I started getting back into Jimmy and some Stevie Ray Vaughan, and I loved the sound. So oddly enough, kind of a side story, I picked up my Pro Reverb from someone local. At this point, it's almost a couple years now, and he was a huge Stevie fan. So he had some incredible Strats that he had. I was fortunate enough to actually play. He let me play a couple of them. I mean, they were early 60s, mid 60s, late 60s. I don't even know the price he paid for these. I don't really even want to know, but I instantly loved the sound. So for me, I wanted to go out and obviously find something similar to that. So signal chain today is going to be obviously the guitar, going out of that into my tuner and a small pedal board that I have set up for this, which consists of the Nobles ODR1, the Bluesbreaker pedal, and then Honeybee Amps Clean Drive, which I'll do a video on that later. That is a really cool pedal. And out of that into my 1965 Fender Pro Reverb, out of that into the Universal Audio Aux with D65 212 settings, 212 D65 speaker setting. That was kind of a long one. Anyway, not uncommon from like my other videos, I do have a very slight plate reverb on there so you can capture the essence of the sound of this thing. Now, sound examples today. I did a few different things here. So I wanted to do some chords, kind of like your more slappier chords with each of the pickup settings so you can get an idea of that. Just strum chords through each of the settings with a light overdrive, and then just a real quick lead lick with each of the pickup settings. So hopefully that captures the basis of the sound that you might be going after that you may want out of a guitar like this. And then of course I had to try to do some Jimmy. Please be gentle. I butchered that a little bit, but we'll do a couple Jimmy songs and a couple Jimmy leads. And then a Smashing Pumpkins that's a little bit heavier that I stacked a couple of the drives on. So without further ado, we're going to take a look, take a listen to those, and then we'll wrap this video up. All right, thank you so much for watching. Alright everybody, that wraps up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked some of the sounds that I got out of this thing. Please leave some comments below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see more or less of. But it brought me really back to a different time. It really did. It really has that nice spank to it, that nice Strat sound to it, and I hope that was at least translated in the sound clips. In any case, thank you so much for your support. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you liked what you saw, and we're going to come back with some more material. So again, go get yourself a drink. Whatever you need to do, go play some guitar. All right, I appreciate your time. Thank you.